and we are going to look at a very interesting aspect of knowledge. Vedas. How important are they? From the perspective of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. A fatherly kind of love and affection. When you are a child, you imagine yourself being seated in the lap of your father, and the kind of love and abundance and blessings that he showers on you. And that is the kind of love and affection that you can expect from this. He who is the form of the Veda. Veda refers to scriptures. In literal terms, we can think of the scriptures that were formed when the Garbhodakshayi Vishnu created this universe through this. He didn't just hand over responsibility. He also gave out the standard operating procedures, we can say, and that is the Vedas. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Jai Shri Ram. Welcome back to the Clay Studios oil painting vlog number 14 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. This is a weekly vlog where I am sharing, while I am painting, 1000 names of Sri Vishnu painted in the format of Calligram or Micrography. I am also sharing, learning with you the meanings of Sri Vishnu names through these vlogs, and this I am also trying to do together with the help of some angles that I am taking from Sanatana Dharma and also from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This week is also going to cover 10 names and its meanings, and we are going to look at a very interesting aspect of knowledge. Vedas. How important are they? From the perspective of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If you have missed the previous videos where we covered the names, please do check that out and come back to this video. This video is going to cover names 121 through 130, and then we will look at the knowledge aspect, Veda aspect, and the importance of it. So let's quickly get on to the names first and their meanings. We start with the 121st name, which is Om Vararohaya Namaha. This means he whose lap gives the highest of blessings. This is also in a way pointing us to the love and affection that he shares with us. A fatherly kind of love and affection. When you are a child, you imagine yourself being seated in the lap of your father, and the kind of love and abundance and blessings that he showers on you. And that is the kind of love and affection that you can expect from this. That is the meaning of Vararohaya Namaha. 122nd name is Om Mahatapase Namaha. This means the austerity connected with creation, which is of the nature of knowledge, is of great potency. I think we will discuss this also in one of the videos that will come up, because the word Maha is going to be coming up very frequently in few names ahead. But this is just the starting point to that. The Maha word itself can point to greatness, but greatness is always underpinned or deeply connected with the nature of knowledge here. He is also not standing to show any other form of strength, only he is underpinning the importance of knowledge as being a great potency. And that is the meaning of this word name, Om Mahatapase Namaha. 123rd name is Om Sarvagaya Namaha. This means one who pervades everything, being of the nature of their material cause. So he is the one. Sarva refers to everything. We have seen this name many times coming up. So He is the one who pervades everything and being of the nature of their material cause. He is the nature, or he is the inborn nature of everything that is, having a causational effect. 124th name is Om Sarva Vidbhanave Namaha. This means one who is omniscient and illumines everything. Sarva, everything. So he is also omniscient and he is the one illumining everything. 125th name is Om Vishwaksenaye Namaha. Vishwaksenaye Namaha. This means he before whom all Asura armies are getting scattered. Asura refers to, you can always think of angels and demons, and this is not necessarily mentioning angels and demons, but asuras, we can say, a negative mentality it could be, or a mindset that is not conducive to nature. And he is the person or the persona who can scatter this negative mindset. Sena, the Vishwak Sena, the Sena refers to an army, and negativity doesn't come in one go. It's usually an army and it needs some great energy to scatter, and that's him. 126th name is Om Janardhanaya Namaha. This means one who inflicts suffering on evil men. So again, it is connected to the previous name that you can see, that negative Asura need not necessarily refer to somebody that is, a villain. Negativity could also be within us. Yeah. So he is pointing towards that negativity within us, and he will destroy the negativity in us also. 127th name is Om Vedaya Namaha. He who is the form of the Veda. Veda refers to scriptures. In literal terms, we can think of the scriptures that were formed when the Garbhodakshayi Vishnu created this universe through this lotus flower stem that you can see in the painting itself. The stem denotes the entire cosmos, or you can always call it also Milky Way. So he created that, and then he handed over the responsibility of creation to Brahma, who is seated on this lotus flower. But when he did that, he just, he didn't just hand over responsibility. He also gave out the standard operating procedures, we can say, and that is the Vedas. He is also the form of Vedas. Vedas connote these important scriptures. Veda also points to some kind of base that is formed for the Sanatana Dharma, the eternal Dharma, eternal duty. 128th name is also pointing to the same thing, because 128th name is Om Veda Vide Namaha. One who knows the Veda and its meaning. Of course, he's created it, so he knows the meaning of it. And what exactly each Veda has to do in the whole context of the cosmos. 129th name is Om Avyangaya Namaha. This means one who is self-fulfilled by knowledge and other great attributes and is free from any defect. Every defect. He is free from defect. He is self-fulfilled by what? Knowledge. The whole of this discussion, the way these names are pointing to, they are all pointing to this Veda, scriptures, importance of knowledge. Why is it important? We will look at that in a short while. 130th name is Om Vedangaya Namaha. Vedangaya Namaha. Veda, yes, we know that now. The scriptures, knowledge. Anga refers to organs. Veda, Anga. I'm trying to make the meaning myself. Okay, so knowledge has become organs of whom? Of course, him. he to whom Vedas stand as organs. So his organs are Vedas, which means we call him God not because he can, in a minute create something or destruct something. We call him God because he is holding knowledge as every part of his body. That is the importance that is set, the tone that is set from these 10 names of Sri Vishnu. With that, we come to the end of the names, but we have to kickstart a little more of a debate into this knowledge. Is it that important? Okay, so I can understand that Vedas are important. Let's download all the books relating to Vedas, and if we read it, do we get closer to God? Do we become a better people? Is it just okay that we are well read? I have a lot of questions about that and I want some answers. So I am going to take the help of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I am in Canto number 2, verse 42 and 43. I am going to read it out together and then we'll go over the meaning, because these two are very much interconnected. So it helps to read both verses together. Yam imam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avipaschitaha vedavada rataha partha na anyat asti iti vadinaha. Canto 2 verse 43 goes like this. Kama atmanaha Svarga paraha Janma karma falapradam Kriya Vishesha Bahulam Bhoga Aishwarya Gatim Prati. The meaning, Yam imam, all these, Pushpitam, flowery, Vacham, flowery words, Pravadanti, say, Avipaschita, with a poor men with a poor fund of knowledge. Fund here in this context refers to knowledge. Veda Vada Rataha, supposed followers of Veda, O Partha, son of Partha, or referring to the god. Na, never. Anyat, asti iti. Anything else, there is thus. Vadinaha, the advocates. Kamatmanaha, desirous of sense gratification. Svarga paraha, aiming to achieve heavenly planets. Janma karma phala pradam, resulting in the good birth and other fruitive reactions. Kriya vishesha, pompous ceremonies. Bahulam, various. Bhoga, in sense enjoyment. Aishwarya and opulence. Gatim prati, progress towards. Let's connect these meanings together. Here it says, the dull-witted who are fully of worldly desires, who are devoted merely to the eulogistic verses of the scriptures, who look upon heaven as the supreme goal, arguing that there is nothing else beyond, utter familiar ornate words to advocate various ritualistic rites producing birth, actions, fruits as the means towards enjoyment and power. Those who are attached to pleasures and worldly powers, and those minds get carried away by such flowery language, do not attain the determinate intellect which leads to samadhi, the absorption of their absolute. This is a fantastic meaning. So we think he is the formation of knowledge, from one of the names, Vedangaya Namaha. Veda itself as an Anga. So let me read all these Vedas and I'll be knowledgeable, and I think we all fall for it. And that is the thing, when we say, oh, I am so proficient in all these verses, I understand everything, and we get boggled down by that beauty of knowledge, and we get too much attached to that we don't go beyond this. So we don't discuss or debate beyond this, and we follow this, yeah, supposed followers of Vedas, yeah, that they are so desirous of this, but they are, tending to do this for um, some kind of personal benefit, because they are claiming that they can aim to achieve heavenly planets, and they can, do things resulting in good birth and so on, fruitive actions and such, because they can do this. So they start selling this out in a manner that contradictory. Yeah, so it's a very interesting story that I had learned from Guru Charitra. It has nothing to do with this, but this is something I feel is totally connected. There was a story where two saints are so much into the knowledge that they started figuring out that they can go and debate with this knowledge with others. And those days, kings and queens lived. So you went to a king or a queen and said that, yes, I know all the Vedas, I'm the most knowledgeable person. And they usually respected, they meaning the kings and queens, respected them also and gave them a lot of material benefits. And they learned doing that. And they went on to every city, every profound location possible, or every king possible, to do this. And they have been doing it as a process in many places. So they enter this place in a particular location, and the king was also really finding it funny that people wanted to argue over Vedas and such. And he thought it made sense to just have a debate and give them something. They asked, okay, I will prove, they said, that we will prove that there is nobody in your land more talented than we are, and if we prove that, would you give us ABC, whatever they wanted, and a proof, a certificate or something like that, that nobody in your land is as talented as we are. And he said, yeah, let's go ahead with this competition. And then he starts calling up all the professionals or the well-known pundits and yogis and people who are knowledgeable to this argument. And one of the yogis who comes in contact with this is Trivikram Bharati, and he is a adherent devotee of Guru from the Guru Charitra. Sri Guru knows everything, but he doesn't really show off that. He's a very quiet, a calm person, always in penance and prayers and such. When these two saints end up at the door of Trivikram Bharati, he also tries to stop them from this debate and argument, and he really points out that Vedas and scriptures are definitely there for the purpose of understanding, more contemplating, and you can debate over it. He doesn't say you cannot debate at all. Of course we can discuss and debate and see if we can bring the best out of it and try to use it in our life, yes or no, but not for the benefits that you are trying to achieve. They don't listen to it. So ultimately he ends up putting them in front of Sri Guru. Guru knows the intent. So what he does is that, okay, he tries to give a gyan, he tries to make them understand that they don't understand. So ultimately he calls up one of the people that are just walking by on the road, and it happens to be a person that is a shepherd, hopefully. And he enters, he doesn't know what is going on, he doesn't know why he is called into this room. So he walks in, and then Sri Guru says, I'm going to just put up some lines on the floor. Can you just cross these lines? And he crosses the lines without even understanding what is happening around him, the shepherd does. And as he crosses the lines, with the blessings of Sri Guru, he gains each and every knowledge that is needed to argue with these two saints. And at one point, he transforms and is ready to argue. He argues definitely, and then he wins. But the whole understanding, the whole reason why Sri Guru created this person to argue instead of asking Trivikram Bharati, his own disciple, or any other senior disciples to go and argue, or he himself could have sat down for this debate, is that none of them should learn to use this for a purpose of, a material purpose. That is not the point of it. Debate is allowed, but not for this material purpose. That was one point that he was trying to make. Another thing is that if he can actually bring the knowledge into action, he could create completely a nomad. He is transforming a nomad into a knowledgeable person within seconds. So that is the kind of knowledge he has. So there is a visual example in the front of these saints standing. That itself is a power or proof of what he is capable of doing with the help of the knowledge, but resting the ego out of the equation, taking the ego out of the equation, because this debate was coming out of the ego. So coming back to these two interesting verses that we have looked at, there is definitely a mention of knowledge, importance of knowledge, but then the moment we start getting too much indulged in it for our sensual pleasures, gratification, sense gratification, we lose the point and we end up having sense enjoyment as a priority rather than prioritizing on the real reason of why the knowledge is important. I hope you found this very interesting. This definitely leaves us with a lot of questions and lot of debatable points relating to knowledge. Please do share your thoughts on the same, and let's meet up in the next video with some more very interesting points to discuss and debate. I am learning this along with you and I'm totally enjoying it. I hope you're also feeling the same. Let's meet up in the next session. Until then, stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy, stay motivated. Thank you.